Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Kyle and thank you for coming by. So I want to get started off here by saying everything I post here is what I'm playing currently and what I have the most fun with. And well, I'm going to give you a little introduction about myself. So I started playing games when I was very little. I first started watching my brother play it. Well, play games in general. First games I saw him playing were Halo Combat Evolved on the original Xbox, Doom, and Command & Conquer: Red Alert 2: Year's Revenge. Now, those games kind of started out what I play now. My first game I ever played was actually Command & Conquer: Red Alert 2. Then I jumped to Year's Revenge, then I jumped to Doom, and then I jumped to Halo. So I have a lot of experience since I was little with these types of games. And then it branched off later into games like Total War, which I saw my cousin play when I was, I think, 7 or 8. He was playing Total War Medieval 2, and I enjoyed the game. Now, I won't post something like Total War on my channel because it's something that I'm very quiet with, because everything I do, every decision I have to calculate out. And I feel that if I'm playing a game, I want to be talking to you guys. I want to know what's happening with you guys. I don't like having a silent moment. Unless, of course, I really need to focus. And then I'll, ask for you guys' forgiveness while I'm doing it. But, basically, I started gaming by myself, really, when I was about 7 or 8. Started off with, I think, Pokemon, on the Game Boy. And that's where I have my favorite Pokemon from, Emerald version, which was great. Then I, of course, went back, played the other ones because my brother has a collection of them. Then after that, I started playing. I went back to Halo. Command & Conquer, of course, was always there. I went back to play Halo, then Halo 2. Man, when I started playing Halo, that was great. But the funniest story I can tell you guys is that when I first started playing Halo, I hated dying. I hated it. I would always go until I perfected the level. And I don't know, but I think that helped me prepare for Dark Souls, which eventually came out in 2011, which I picked up in 2013 based off of a friend's recommendation. So that was fun. Never wanted to die. If I died, I got really mad at the game, and I'd jump back into it, and I'd learn everything. Like the Magnum in the first game was probably the best weapon you can get. Aside from, of course, using the sniper rifle and the shotguns, of course, for different enemies. It depends on who you're fighting. But I learned these little tricks. And then later on, I started playing Halo 2, which, dual wielding, of course. I got used to that. Then Halo 3 came out. Halo 3 was a great experience for me. I loved the release. The game was nice. I met some of my greatest friends on there. We still talk today, even on computer. We all went to PC eventually. And they still play Xbox. I've stopped playing Xbox because of the cost of it. So I'd rather just pay for my internet and not a subscription. Anyways, between the times of playing Halo and playing other games, of course, I was always playing Command & Conquer, going back to Doom. I jumped back and started playing. I played. It was an old Xbox game. It was like Fusion, something. Oh my god, I don't remember the name of it. But I started playing it. It was a competition where you just try to survive as long as possible. I played Celebrity Deathmatch, which was fun. I played Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which is what I was introduced to for fighting games. That was the lead into it. And then I jumped to, after all that, I jumped to SSX 3 when I was, I think, 9. Played the living crap out of that. I got my introduction to the Burnout series from 3. Played 4, didn't really like it that much. Played Paradise, and I loved it. Still one of my favorite games to this day. Now, that brings us more to now, because everything else was kind of the same. It was Halo 3, Doom, Doom 2, Doom 3, of course, which I couldn't really stand for the longest time because I wasn't really a fan of the survival horror genre. Now, later on, of course, I got used to it, but that was just me, owning up and saying it's just a game, it's just creepy. But that was after I played Dead Space. Now, basically, after a time, I started getting better and better at games. Like, I played Call of Duty, of course. My favorite Call of Duty to this day is probably 2. Call of Duty 2 is still my favorite game out of the Call of Duty series. I've played through the Modern Warfares. I've played through Black Ops 1 and 2. I didn't really like him that much. Then I stopped buying Call of Duty because I felt it was a waste of money. Anyways, as I continued on, I kept playing different games and trying my own stuff. That brought us to Dark Souls. And, of course, Dark Souls I was really mad at because it was like I didn't understand much about it, and it was one of those games where you kind of had to sit back from and think about it, and I was more of a run into it with your head until it breaks type thing. Well, eventually, I met a friend who said, yeah, Dark Souls is kind of my thing. So I asked him, well, how did you get through it? And he goes, well, you learn from your mistakes and you continue on. I was like, okay. So I went back, started playing it, started back at, Asylum. Went to Asylum, went through the East Gate door, and then went through, killed the Asylum demon. Then after that, my friend told me that you can get a weapon for killing him when it first started, so I restarted my run, got the weapon, the black firebombs, of course, and then from there, I fell in love with the game. It was a hard thing to do. I didn't really use any guides until I hit Blighttown, in which I needed the guide. I was lost. I was being very, very confused. So I looked up a guide on the internet just for Blighttown. Found out where to go, and found out that if I had the master key, which I did, I could go down through New Londo, open up the door, and get the easy way to Quelaag. But that was later. Now, my gaming repertoire is very, very large. I love the Bioshock series. I love a lot of things. There's a lot of games that I will play, and then a lot of games that I won't. Like, for me, I won't play... I hate saying this, I really don't like playing Fallout. I don't like playing Skyrim that much. I don't like playing the Elder Scrolls. They're open, they're fun to play, but I'm more of a... open world doesn't bother me. It's just the feel of the games. I beat New Vegas, I beat Fallout 4, I've gone through most of the Fallouts. I think the only one I haven't played is Fallout 1. And I enjoyed them. Fallout 2 has to be my favorite. But, again, I don't really play them that much. Anyways, so a lot of the games I play are all very strategic in some sense or way, on the channel anyways. Counter-Strike, of course, is one that you need to work with a team. Killing Floor, when you get into higher levels, you need to have a good team built up. And then, of course, anything else you really see is just something I really enjoy playing. And, yeah. So aside from gaming, I'm sure you guys are all probably like, why the heck am I still listening to this? But if you're at this point, thank you for listening. Anyways, so aside from gaming, I've been a bowler I was a bowler for about 4 years in my childhood, between 6 and 10. Stopped playing, and then I got back into it for 2 years at 12. 14, of course, I stopped because of school. Then I got back into it another year, and when I was 15, got back into another year when I was 17. So I'm a big bowler. I enjoy it. It's fun to do. I also enjoy paintball. Paintball is something I love to do. I currently work for a paintball field. I aspire to be, I aspire to have that not as my job, but more as just still a hobby. But hopefully for my career, I hope to be an architectural engineer. So I work a lot on the computer anyways, which is why I built my own monster of a computer. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed, listening to me talk and babble on. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and you guys don't mind me just talking like this, but it's nice to be able to tell you guys about myself. I hope you guys will come to like my videos as they come out. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys watch the rest of the footage here because this fight with Hans was actually pretty fun. Anyway, guys, thank you for listening. Here's the footage.
Am I meant to be impressed? Kano's finest for you. Yes, 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 yes! Tis but a scratch. Defeat is inevitable. Am I meant to take a deep breath now? Enough of these little attacks. Here is something more to think about. Be still. What? Yes, why not?
Reloading. Ready, folks. Anyone need some help? Who wants money?
Seen my money carpet?